Welcome to Honeysuckle Farms. My name is Todd. Join us on our journey as we attempt to build our dream of a self-sustaining, life-sustaining homestead one weekend at a time. Today we're going to be working on the tree that we pushed down the other day. I'm going to go ahead and cut that up and get that into the fire pit. We're going to do some cleanup around the carriage house. That's basically what we're going to do. I bought some more plants. And we're going to be working up in the garden today. We got gonna probably go over and work in the Meishan pen. We've got to castrate the young boar, so it's gonna be a busy day, but as usual, we're gonna get at it. All right, so we had a little change of plans. We've got some friends coming over that are needing some assistance with one of their pigs. They need him castrated, so I kind of changed the plans a little bit to work that in, help them out, and plus we've got to do one of our Meishans that way, so kind of works out. So instead of working on the tree right now and that stuff, we're going to do that later. Right now we're going to work on the garden. A couple of videos ago we started planting some of our fall plants in our raised beds on the outside. We've already got the hoop house complete, but as of right now I think we're at 95 degrees in here, and it's just not the best situation. As you can see, some of our plants are wilting. You know, we're getting cooler nights right now, and we hadn't had dry weather like we've had the past few days, so that's been a blessing for the pasture, but you know, we'll take it as it is. And so right now we're going to be working on the hoop house, so the gardening a little bit. As you can see, the outside beds are actually doing better than everything because it's not as hot in the hoop house. Now what our plan is to plant some more of our fall plants in between these other plants and still let these peppers produce. We've got quite a few spots. I think we got a spot or two over there, but as you can see, like I said, they're doing quite well. So anyway, company will be coming in a little bit. I've just been doing some work until they get here, but you know, as usual, we're gonna get at it. All right, well, there's our little boar, or was a boar. He's now a bar. I forget what my wife named him, but he just got his manhood removed this morning, or about an hour ago, and as you can see, he's doing quite well. Mommy won't let him have any mush. You being mean? Lynn, are you being mean? Let them babies eat some of that mush. So ugly, they're cute. Let them babies in there. All right. One of the chores I don't like to do, but needs to be done. Got to take care of your animals. So in order to preserve our bloodline, we had to cut the boar. So he's now a bar, and he will be tasty in a few months. We spent most of the morning working up in the garden area, and then we had to tend to the pigs. We had to castrate one of our Meishans and help a friend out with theirs. Want to give a shout out to Allie and Brandon for helping. So we got done with that. Now it's time to get cutting this tree up, make some firewood. So it's time to get at it. it's carriage house day, and it was too good to be true. We had about 4 days of minimal or no rain whatsoever, and this morning we got rain. But it looks like we got some areas where we can get some work in. We don't have a lot of work to do, so we're trying to get the last logs on the house. Can you believe it? The last logs on the house. I can't wait for that minute that I don't have to carry any more of these logs up there. It's been there's a lot of logs. Anyway, the plan is to get the posts up on the porch. I've got to get everything level, and then we're going to go ahead and set our we have a 20-foot long log, and then hopefully we'll be able to knock it out and get it done. But Jerry's going to be on the way up in a little bit, and we're going to get at it. So some days everything works out all right. Some days things kind of go iffy and whatty, but then some days things just go wrong, and today's one of those days. All we had to do was set the posts on the porch, and then set our beams, which I figured was going to probably take us about 3 hours. And it turns out that this board, my cantilever board up top, is short. And I remember measuring it twice and checking it, but somehow it got set short. But no matter what happened, it is what it is, and we've got to fix it. So we've had to take a few of the boards down, and we're gonna have to take that board and drop it and cut another one. The problem is that's about the longest board we got, so hopefully we've got one long enough that'll work. These things were screwed down pretty good and adhesive down, so it's been a little problem getting out. We've taken about an hour and a half so far just to get these boards off, so we're losing time. But the other side is good. That's the good thing. That's the only good thing right now. So it wasn't a consistent mess up. It was just a one-time deal there. So we're going to get this board off, get another board cut, put them back up, and get at it. This filming us?
Yep.
All right. You ready? I'm ready. Woohoo! Right. Well, unfortunately the rains came and we had to put things up, but we were able to get the cantilever log cut and set up in there. I'm gonna wait here in a few. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish it up. And we're gonna have to put this long board back up, or I'm gonna cut a new long board and cut another short board for there, put the old short board back up. But to be honest with you, basically all we did today is back up, and hopefully we can get it back the way it was before we started today. Mother Nature hopefully will give us a little bit of break. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes things mess up. You just got to deal with it. There's no problems, only solutions. The only thing we need to do is fix it. So we got on it and fixed it. And that's where it's at. So we're gonna have to put this off, finishing up till next weekend, which totally sucks. Well, let me just show you a little bit of what the problem was. So before, the end of this board was 6 inches back, and it wasn't hitting where it needed to hit out on this post. We're getting ready to try to set the post. That's all we had to do today, and I noticed that board was off. And you come and look at this one, it lines up with the bottom. So that being said, my help had to go. It started raining again, but I'm gonna go ahead. We got a little break, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish it up by myself and try to get her done. Got to get at it. All right, well, as you can probably hear in the background, it's raining again. It poured down. I am soaking wet, but I was able to get everything back the way it was when we started today. And I tell you what, I can't tell you how mad I was getting about this. I was really hoping to set the last logs today, and but you know, as you get older, you kind of look at things a little bit differently. So instead of letting my anger get the best of me, I have to just go back and think where we started at, you know, where it all started. And 4 or 5 years ago, we came here, and I came here with a chainsaw and a machete, and didn't have a spot to even park my truck. I had to cut away into the property just to park my truck. And here we are now, getting ready to set the last beams and posts for this thing. And I tell you what, it quit raining here. It rained for about 30 minutes, and I stayed up there working in it for about 25 minutes. So as soon as I got down, it quit raining. And I'm soaked, but before I go change clothes and go get all sweaty and dirty again when I feed the animals, I'm gonna go ahead and try and cut one of those posts and set it up there just so I can get a look at it, make myself feel good. You know, we'll see what happens. I may cut both of them and set them up in the corners so I can see what they look like, and hopefully they don't blow down. But I'm going to determine to get this thing done. So unfortunately, you know, working on the weekends, you can only do what you can do, and just have to be patient. But we had a good weekend. Helped some friends out, worked in the garden, cleaned up the old tree that we knocked down in some mess. Did some more clearing work over there on the other side of the carriage house. Kind of buggered myself in there. I was going to use the backhoe to set the beam. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to clear everything out to get out of there. But, you know, we're making progress a little bit at a time. It was a good weekend. The weather's getting cooler. You know, it's just going to get better days, longer days. I can work a lot harder, a lot longer once we get this roof on. And during the winter, I'll definitely be able to work on the inside. Got me a heater in there. We'll be able to take care of it. So sorry about that, folks. You know, it's just the way life goes. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward, and sometimes you take 2 steps backwards. And I'm gonna get those doggone posts cut, by God, and at least set them up in there so I can feel like we got a quarter of a step ahead. We're gonna get at it. So there you have it. At least I got the post in. Dadgummit. May not have made a whole lot of progress, but maybe made a little bit. So my posts are in. They're not set. I just put them in there to hold those ledger boards up so they wouldn't bow down anymore. Plus, I just wanted to see them in there. So, but you know, as usual, here in the South, when it rains, it gets hotter and all get out. So I'm burning up, sweating like crazy, fixing to go change some clothes and cool off, take a little break. But like I said, again, making progress. You got to push that in just a little bit. And those are some rough sawn northern white pine posts, and they'll bleach out with everything else when we get ready to do the finish on it. But again, there's the posts. We're gonna have 2 more in the middle, and then 1 against the wall on the back side, and we'll eventually screen all that in. I don't think we're going to put glass in, it'll be too hot. But anyway, I'm so tired I can't even hold the camera up. We're going to dry off, change clothes, cool off, take a break, and go feed the animals. But you know, I want to thank you for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We're just a little channel, not a big deal. It doesn't do anything, doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that little button and it helps us out tremendously. Next weekend we're going to finish it all up. I got a little video I'm going to throw in here of, you know, the whole process from the beginning to the end of setting the logs. So all we have few more logs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more logs to set, and we are done. So anyway, I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you have a fantastic week. And remember, don't ever give up on your dreams. This is Todd with Honeysuckle Farms. Hope to see you in the next video.